I've been actually, fighting all my life. I was able to do it in a more positive way and, get paid for it and do it professionally. So it works out for me. It's been working out for me, and it's changed me.
That was Alex Castro in an interview with PNC several years ago. But the fighter has since found himself in a bit of trouble with the law. 29-year-old Alex James Castro was arrested by Guam police last week and has since been charged with 2 separate assaults on individuals. In that, Castro is alleged to have beat his victims, holding one hostage, also demanding thousands of dollars be paid to him. The victims each suffering injuries as a result of the alleged attacks. But now the commission that oversees the profession says such incidents involving licensed fighters could result in their licenses being revoked. And while they say Castro is yet to be convicted of any crime, he could face penalties. But what are those penalties? Commissioner and Chairman of the Unarmed Combat Commission, Patrick Lujan, says it could be the complete revocation of the athlete's license to fight.
There are rules and regulations as to how we're going to handle this if, in fact, that an athlete is found guilty of any type of crime. There's rules and regulations that follow steps of if you're currently licensed or if you're not currently licensed. Basically, there's grounds for denial for applications for a licensee. And then if you are licensed, you have to, if you're prohibited from engaging in activities that bring disrepute to unarmed combat.
Lujan and the Unarmed Combat Commission have been striving to maintain the professionalism of the sport and ensure that these fight clubs are regulated. And as far as how each of these cases will be dealt with, Lujan says it'll be up to the commission.
What we want to do is we want to enhance the sport of mixed martial arts. It's just going through the process of the commission going through the process of licensing these athletes. So when we do hear something like this, it brings not a good light to the sport itself, and that's what we're trying to do. Is we're trying to bring them to a professional level where they're looked up to by children, by fans, because it is a very interactive sport here on Guam, most especially.
The mixed martial arts fighters have also caught the attention of the military personnel, who've even highlighted mixed martial arts in their draft environmental impact statement, which was crafted in advance of the huge military buildup on Guam. The document suggests there's concern that military personnel will be targets of such attacks by these MMA fighters. It's something the Guam Police Department is preparing for.
What is the police department's stance on these MMA fighters looking for people to beat up out in public?
Well, first and foremost, the standpoint from GPD is that we do not tolerate fighting outside in the public areas at all. Any type of assault or aggravated assault is going to be addressed by an officer when he's called to the scene and with the individuals that are involved. As far as fighters going out and looking for individuals, especially military personnel, we haven't seen a specific trend of that happening, but the issues and the concerns have been brought up. So basically what we will do is we will address each and every case individually and look at it as for what the case is called for.
GPD spokesman Officer John Edwards says that the Guam Police Department is also looking at possibly getting additional support from Shore Patrol.
Well, GPD is always prepared to address the situations that come up, especially when it comes to the assaults. Again, with the concerns of the military, that will be addressed, and that one thing that we do want to put out there is that anybody who is considered an expert in the karate or judo, or anybody who is also trained with using their hands, feet, knees, etc. as weapons, and are again considered an expert, it will be classified as an aggravated assault. Mutual combat, on the other hand, is considered a misdemeanor, given the fact that there's no expert fighter involved with it. But one of the things that we're addressing are the assaults, and one thing that we are preparing ourselves for, the influx of people here and the possibility of fights happening.